Hey, what's up, Mass Monster here? I want to get the shirt in before I inevitably cut it out. Anyways, Halo dropped a video about a week ago, or not video, one of their blog posts, and I wanted to cover it, because I've been doing that. So, let's just jump into it. Oh no, my webpage got closed down. Whatever will I do? Actually, whatever will I do? Anyways, so they did the music director this time around. So yeah, the music director is what's going on with my webcam? Is that really how it's recording it? Stop that. They interviewed the audio department. Let me just pull that up right here. Yep, just like that. Oh no. So yeah, March 21st, they interviewed the audio team. Got this cool concept art to start with. There isn't much to talk about, so I'm not gonna try to keep this too lengthy, but anyways, this is just some concept art to some floor places. Actually, I didn't really pay too much attention to this, but it looks like it's falling apart, which could indicate maybe some sections of the game where we may have maybe at the end we have like a grappling section along with a Warhawk section, because let's face it, Chief's still on this ring. He's gonna destroy Zeta Hale, I think. Probably. Anyways, let's not try to jump into what we think the story's gonna be like. Anyways, so they interviewed Satoru Tojima, um, and just a bunch of other guys. I don't really care too much about these names and who they are when I read over it. I do read over it, but it's not really the important bit. What is important is I'm not gonna scroll through all the scenes. I'm mostly gonna keep the pictures. They didn't actually show off anything new for the pictures. They just reused a lot of stuff from last time. They're very controlling in what they give out. A really big tease, if you ask me, which is what 3 for 3 I think is going with these. I think this is all part of, just encouraging people to be more hyped about it. But I guess that's why I'm here, so you don't have to like go through all this, because there's a lot of stuff in these blogs. It's not all interesting, unless you're me. So anyways, I think it's important to mention their music direction pillars. I forget what they mentioned in the question. I'm not even about bother because I have notes and I have my memory. So they talked about the music direction, and how their pillars are hope, uh, ancient mystery / sci-fi, military honor, and sense of duty. So that's what the composers were trying to nail with the music scores throughout this game. You can actually listen to 3 of their tracks. The composers being Gareth Cooker, who worked on Ori, Ark apparently, Darksided. Or Gareth Cooker's done a lot of stuff, guys. You can just Google search him, and a webpage will pull up from the. I'll include a lot of links in the description, so you can like look into this stuff if you want, including the Waypoint thing, just so it's like one click away. Just click on the description. Curtis Seltzer, basically just did a game called Starbound and did the E3 Discover Hope music. So there's that. And Joe Corette's done a bunch of stuff too, but the most recognizable thing I made a note of was Death Stranding. I think he did 2 songs from that. And so if you go and like listen to these guys' people, it's quite clear why 3 for 3 chose these 3 composers, who are now working together or have worked together. I'm pretty sure they're still working on it. They always make statements on what they're currently working on, and it seems like they're very much still trying to make sure everything's, nice for launch, based on like the end statements. But I want to go down to the pictures. I'm basically just using this waypoint for picture references. So they audio sampled some old BRs, and they're trying to clean up the audio in Halo, from Halo 5 to Halo Infinite. Is this gonna pull up? No? Wait, why not? I did before. Oh, these ones. Okay, so this is old Halo 5 BR. And this is new Halo 5 BR. Or Infinite. So they're changing up the sounds a bit. Take that as you will. I know some people were really picky on their gun sounds. But based on this imaging, they're just reducing the clutter, and they've actually said so. This is a diagram for their new audio system, guys. They're coming out with what seems to be a next-gen audio system with their new, the slip space engine. So this audio system is a frame-by-frame audio system that prioritizes threat by volume. Prioritizes threat level and then plays that back volume-wise, so that your teammates' gunshots, because they are no threat to you, will never sound louder than an enemy's gunshot at the same range. They talked a lot about clearing up sound space and how they designed all these awesome sounding guns, but then they took them into they realized it created too much noise. So this is a painful process they have gone through. They talk a lot about it in the diagrams, but they use things like obstruction and occlusion, which I had to look up some of these words just to make sure I knew what they meant, which I guess I kind of did know, but I got confused with obstruction and occlusion. It's basically the same way to say blocking, but they seem like very minorly different from each other. They also use propagation, which is the transition of sound through mass. So apparently your gunshots are going to go through walls and stuff, but they'll be muffled on the other end. I guess if there's no like here, this is supposed to be a hole, or they say a portal, I guess, and the sound's easiest source is not to travel from you to there, which is the old way of like doing gunfire. Which is, it's a fair. It's like, oh, this person's not far away, but this person being this far away, and someone else being like, I don't know, right over here, and this gunshot sounding louder than a gunshot from someone with a direct door to you versus someone who's on another side of the wall who can't get to you. I think it's gonna make a really big difference in audio, um, audio whoring, or just like what's the gamer term they use? Is it sound whoring? Sound whoring, that's it. It's just like, you get your big headphones, and they did mention somewhere in here, I can't remember what it is, I'll look for it, but I kind of look at these diagrams, but they have some sort of new headphones that do some fancy things, and it's actually got optimizations for those headphones to sound even crisper. So I want to say, because they've only mentioned like 4 headphones in that list, that these can be expensive headphones, so I wouldn't really worry about it, because I don't think after buying this Xbox I'm gonna have a lot of money left for things. So this is what, like, a dev tool. This is, I guess, what they've constructed for like walls, and it's voxels, I think is what they said. Voxel debug view. Yeah, so this is like a dev tool they're using to see the voxels. So like, this is what when you shoot a gun from your player model, how it will interact and like travel along. I think they mentioned something about the traveling along the walls, like looking for it. Can't like sound. I can't actually like move through this space. It's like a sound barrier, I guess, and it won't go through it unless it has to. I guess as soon as you fire a weapon, if this door was closed, I know I can't really cover it up, but if this door was closed and there was nothing over here, someone shot something and they were in an enclosed space, maybe you're in forage and just messing around, and you just shut yourself in a room somewhere with no way out. Maybe it'd be extremely muffled. I don't know how. We won't know until we get into game how much they show off. This, I think this is a new angle on this room too. Seems like there's a lot of things you can jump on up around here. Actually, I did not notice this when I was just looking through there. I was like, oh, this is cool. This looks very red. But if these go up and down, it's gonna be weird. But if these just stay like this, it looks really fun. Probably a power weapon up there. I'm gonna stop. Wondering about this. So there's another. This is another thing they use. This is the E3 demo. This is a crash ship, I think. Where's the start point for this one? But like here, and then they went around to the lift. There's the lift here. But anyways, this is like what they have in place that you won't see while you're playing the game. This is like the water sounds and I guess trees. Can I blow this up? I mean, I can. I actually don't think that makes it better. But anyways, these are like little sound things all across the map, which I think is awesome. Um, it seems like the sound in this game is gonna be really good. I could play this, but I don't really want to. There's actually more important things to listen to. This is ambient sounds from the Forerunner. It sounds crisp, by the way. Like it sounds like it reminds me of like the Forerunner. How long is this? I'll play a short preview here for a second. But yeah, they is it gonna lag it? Is it not gonna play at all? Did it not play? Didn't. Oh, okay. So like, 343 has also released a number of audio like dev diaries. If you haven't seen them, I'll post like one of them in the description. In fact, when they released this, some of the files they released a thing of them doing smashing piano and using the sounds from that. So that's they're just creating a sound library essentially when they do this stuff. Welcome to the new weapon, the skewer. Basically, I like to say a giant harpoon gun because that is nothing but a giant like harpoon. So they have the deconstructed sounds which you can listen to individually, and then they put the entire thing down here, which I think is the only thing worth listening to. Now it sounds like it ends, but there's the last like 2 seconds are like a tail. I don't know what that means. I guess it's just a slight like air reverberation, and that's the tail. Maybe it's gonna have some sort of like trail coming off of it, like a smoke trail maybe. I mean, look at that gun. It looks beefy as hell. Like, look at that. That's just beautiful. And they got the wrapping here and there. I think that they're really nailing the brute design. They even have, you can see little notches in the blade. It's not like a perfect blade, which is great. It's rugged. That's what we need from like banished weapons. Just a touch of like futuristic and like and rugged. They got the behind the scenes, the piano here. I'll show off a bit of that. They do some really interesting things to get audio. Yeah, make sure it works before you just wire snap everything. Oh, I forgot they use dry ice. Like the thought process behind getting to these sounds is insane. That's why I'm excited for Halo. They definitely use this to create some Forerunner bullshit or Flood stuff. I hope Flood's gonna be the game at least. I at this point I have no doubt. There's like a 5% chance they don't. It might, or like, reasoning in my mind, like them not adding the Flood. Yeah, you step on that ice. Sounds so terrible, but at the same time, it's so interesting. So we have all that going on. This is the without the wireframe. Actually, there's a different angle. There's a door up there. The wireframe was more of a top-down. There's definitely like a power weapon up there for sure. What is that? What is that? Oh, is that an assault rifle? That's an assault rifle. The power weapons come up on like a little, maybe old weapons will be on like a little light stage. And of course they gave us this picture already. Trying to remember. Oh, jeez, I zoomed in. Just barely. So yeah, that's all there really is from the art team, really. I highly recommend looking through if you're more interested in it than just but this is a just look into it yourself. There's they like to list some stuff of Tales from the Trenches, and they list their favorite stuff down here. This story right here, this guy says that like threat detection system saved him from the enemies were carrying spunker rockets. So he confirmed in this little article. That's why you gotta kind of read everything with these articles. So this is just a big giant story of like the guy that writes these articles being like, oh, when I was playing this time, but he basically just straight up says, oh yeah, grunts will have, I think it's grunts. either some sort of banished troop can wield UNSC rocket launchers. And considering they're taking UNSC bases, I don't think that's too far of a stretch. And he also mentioned it was an ambush. So this makes me think that they talked about procedurally generated like enemies based on if you're in a vehicle or not. This sounds like something that would only spawn if you were in a vehicle. Like no one would want to fight enemies with rocket launchers if they were on foot, because that could be instant death. Whereas a car will protect you somewhat, and you can drive faster than the rocket can track you somewhat-ish. But apparently the AI right now is super on point because he barely lived the rocket encounter, but because he could, I guess because they're so far away, or because he could hear the enemies so well, he knew like he could stop and do stuff. It was interesting. He also mentions the audio cutting out in this story too, the ambient like birds and stuff, as like I think does he say comet music? It's not comet music, but yeah. Also, jackals like right here. Jackals are gonna have audio like human speak. Like look at this banner. He's quoting that they're saying like beaks. I didn't know jackals had beaks. I always just thought they were just big jaws, but I guess they're kind of just large beaks with sharp teeth. I don't know. I see sharp teeth, and I don't think beak. But yeah, that's this month's blog post. I don't know. What do you guys think? There's a little bit more information in here than I went over, but nothing like too groundbreaking. I basically hit all the points that I think were important to a non-hardcore fan. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What are you most excited about? Honestly, this I can't wait to see the next one. I want to see Forge. I know the leader of the Forge team, the Forge maker dude, from last blog post had a little place in the bottom where he's like, "Well, I can't wait to see Forge." Like, I want to see it. I want to know if there's AI in Forge or not. What are you guys looking forward to this month? We will have another blog post end of Thursday this month, and we'll see. Also, they'll do an Acts 3 for 3. I might end up start covering those because they give out new info on those too based on questions. So you can go to Twitter and ask them that. Not sure how to work the Twitters when contacting people, and if it, like the hashtag stuff, but I am on Twitter. Like post that in the description too. I don't really post too much on there, but I have a little bit of stuff on there. Yeah. So anyways, peace, and thank you for watching this video. It means a lot.